afternoon, everybody. I've got everyone muted by default so that we can chat a little bit with you and talk to you about our new partner program today. Being presented by myself, Don Stephanie. I'm the channel manager here at VoIP Supply, as well as Stuart Smith and Tim Moran, our outbound account managers, and our awesome partner, Broadvoice, Mike Terry, the channel sales manager over there. We work with on a regular basis to help our service providers and our reseller customers bring their service out to clients for you. So that's what we're going to focus on today. We're looking forward to working with you as we introduce our new partner portal and focus on Broadvoice today as well. So as you know, most of you know us as the partner since 2002 who has brought you VoIP equipment focused on the open source SIP market. We've served over 125,000 customers worldwide during that time. So you know us mostly for that. That's been our forefront of what we do, and we've brought the CPEs, PBX hardware, IP paging, gateways, networking equipment, headsets and accessories, pretty much one stop for you to get all the equipment that you need. The really nice thing now is we're introducing our partner program as we're really focused on going beyond that hardware and bring you also the ability to bring a full solution to your clients in partnership with our folks through our CloudSpan marketplace, a single place to stop for VoIP service providers, and we get you the perfect match for your customer. As we all know, most things, especially in the service world, are not one size fits all. So we're hoping to bring those solutions to you through this program. Near and dear to my heart is the fulfillment side of the house. I work with customers every day to do the pre-programming and provisioning of phones so that we can get your equipment set to rock and roll and ready to go for your clients, make it a very easy install when the equipment arrives to your client site. And of course, also part of that program, we're going to focus on our refresh and reclaim program, which many of you may have used already, to bring equipment that may have come out of service and bring it back out to your customers looking like brand new, reset to factory defaults, a 10-step refresh process that we're very proud of and we've been doing for almost as long as new hardware. And this is a static screenshot of our new partner portal program page, and this is going live today. If you are classified as a partner of ours, you'll have access to this now when you log in, and it's going to have everything you need. We've always considered ourselves everything you need for VoIP, and now we really feel like with this program that we can really cash that check. So it's everything here. We hope everything here you need to sell VoIP, and we're going to help you do that. We're going to empower you to bring these solutions out to your clients. The hardware that you know and loved over the years, and now the service focus through our partnerships. And I could go down this list for you, but you'll be able to play around with this. I won't go over this too much, but you'll be able to see everything from the hardware, the services, our fulfillment program, our refresh program, all the promotions and events that we're doing with our partners, both on the hardware and the service side. And of course, there'll be a way to get to your account so you can see your invoices and orders and everything you do to track the business you're doing with us already. And with that said, I'm going to turn this over real quick for one more slide with Stuart to talk a little bit about the CloudSpan marketplace, which really focuses on that service side to bring the full solution.
Thanks, Don. Hey, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great afternoon, and thanks for joining us. Hey, I want to take a minute and just talk about some of the benefits of our CloudSpan marketplace program. So what we try to do is develop a one-stop shop for hosted VoIP services. We're taking a consultative approach to help our partners win business by leveraging our many years of experience in this business and our long-time knowledge. We're available to help with discovery with your customers and help bring our hosted VoIP providers in, like Mike, to do demos and do further discovery with your customer. One of the nice things about this program is there are no quota levels that you have to meet and no commits. So unlike maybe some of the other programs where you might go direct with a cloud provider, here you're good to go. Guaranteed commissions that grow as you grow your hosted business with VoIP Supply. So you can take advantage of various spiffs and bonuses and other incentives offered by our CloudSpan marketplace partners. And then finally, I just want to tell you that kind of one size doesn't really fit all. Some of you on this call may already sell hosted VoIP providers, but I would probably pretty much guarantee that you may not be all things to all people. Doesn't matter if you have one line or 10,000 lines, we've got a solution to kind of help there. So We're glad to be with you and glad to have Broadvoice and Mike here with us. Just to introduce Mike real quick. I've had the pleasure of working with Mike here for a few months, and very responsive. Mike is provides quick turnaround for whatever I need, and they have a good, complete end-to-end support across the panel. But I don't want to steal Mike's thunder, so I'll turn it over to Mike and let him tell you about Broadvoice.
Thank you, Stuart. Appreciate it. I want to thank everybody who's on the webinar today. I also want to thank VoIP Supply for giving Broadvoice a chance to introduce ourselves as a strategic partner. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Broadvoice, a little bit of background, what our products and services are, where we fit in the marketplace, and how you can position or distinguish Broadvoice from some of the other providers out there. You know, some of you may have a lot of experience, like Stuart has alluded to, and some of you may not. But we can work with all types of experience. And for those of you that don't have the experience, we're here to make sure that you're educated as to what can be offered in the cloud PBX and SIP trunking world. Just a little bit of background on Broadvoice itself. Our headquarters is actually out in Los Angeles, California. Actually a little north of that in Northridge. We're a privately held company. We've got over 200,000 customers out there right now. We're 100% US based when it comes to our service, which is really important, especially to your customer base out there, knowing that they're going to be able to talk to somebody here in the United States 24/7, 365. It just gives them a peace of mind that we're here for them. They're not calling over to some other country and trying to, you know, have their needs interpreted at that point. We've earned several accolades, including Inc. 500, Deloitte Fast 500, and fastest growing companies in Los Angeles Business Journal, and several others along the way. A little bit of background on where Broadvoice started and how we ended up where we are today. Our company actually started as a cellular company back in the early 90s and evolved kind of as technology has evolved along the way. We were DSL Extreme back in the early 2000s, one of the largest DSL providers in the country at that point in time. The owners of Broadvoice sold off DSL Extreme and became Phone Power in 2006, which is when we got into the VoIP world on a really large scale. And then in 2012, actually bought Broadvoice, and from that point on, we've grown to where we are today. So we've been actually in this industry for a couple of decades now, and doing voice for over a decade, or VoIP, I should say, for over a decade as well. So we've got the experience for sure. Jim Murphy is our CEO. Sam, our president, and George, our COO, are all based out of our offices in Los Angeles. Our keys to success here at Broadvoice are really threefold. We want to provide an amazing experience for our customers and our partners. Operational excellence, meaning we want to make sure that your orders, you know, that you're bringing into Broadvoice have a nice flow to them. There's no issues encountered, and that once we get those customers up and running, they continue to have great service with Broadvoice. We also want to provide product innovations in the UCaaS world, Unified Communications, as well as call center. We do have channel managers such as myself stationed all over the country to provide support in all the different territories that we have, either partners or customers. This is basically the team in general that one of your customers would deal with every time an order is put into Broadvoice. So basically, your customer would be dealing with yourself and VoIP Supply, and going through that chain, there would be myself. I would be the first level in an order coming through Broadvoice, where if you needed quoting, if you need any type of training or onboarding, if you need any type of phone calls arranged for support, whether it be an engineering phone call, sales engineer, etc., anything that has to do with an upfront sales process would flow through myself. I've got support on my end with a partner sales manager who backs me up as well. And then once an order does come in, you've got a service coordinator, a sales engineer, and tech support all on top of that, all layered. All of our orders have an actual pod that they go through. So that partner sales manager, service coordinator, sales engineer, and support tech are assigned to an order. They follow that order from, basically beginning up to the point where it's actually a billing order and 30 days beyond the turn-up of that order. This is the kind of timeline that we have when it comes to orders. So basically, it's a 5-step process in which all of those that I just went through, as far as service coordinators, PSM, technical support, etc., are involved. And each one of these processes, there's a communication to not only VoIP Supply, but you as the partner with VoIP Supply and the customer as well, to let you know during each step of the way where that order is in the process. Very important here in this slide is the fact that we've got a fully redundant network. We've got switches in Boston as well as LA, and then additional backup at our Northridge, California facility. Each of these switches that we have are fully redundant. In addition to that, each switch itself is a meta switch. I know people may be asking what type of switch is it. There's BroadSoft, meta switch, and then there's proprietary platforms. We run on a meta switch platform ourselves. It's also a geo routing situation. So basically anything east of the Mississippi for a phone call routes usually over to the Boston switch. West of the Mississippi would route to the Los Angeles switch. And that helps to coordinate traffic flow and make sure that the call itself is taking the quickest route at all times. The Simple WAN edge device that we use here is what I feel the distinguishing factor between Broadvoice and pretty much all the other providers out there today when it comes to cloud PBX services or hosted. This edge device, any customer that has 4 or more extensions or seats with Broadvoice will have this Simple WAN device sent out. It doesn't cost the customer at all. It's a free rental on this device. And basically what this device can do is enhance the call quality for the customer. It allows us to have network visibility into the phones that are placed on premise. We can provide remote support through it. We can do some traffic shaping and quality of service on the calls themselves. We can also monitor, jitter, latency, pull a MOS report on there. And then there's some additional features that we can use or utilize through the Simple WAN, which are premium features. We can do a managed firewall for the customer, virtual MPLS, cybersecurity, and 4G failover as well. The distinguishing, factor with this is that most companies do not send this out, and if they do, they're charging the customer a monthly fee for it on top of it. Broadvoice is just part of the package. What we include, we want to give the customer the best service available out there with no issues, and if there are issues, we want to be able to make sure that we can get them resolved as quickly as possible. We do have a partner portal where you, through VoIP Supply, will be given access to do your own quotes. You can track your orders. You can pull out marketing materials, PDFs, and documents on the different products and services that you can send out to your potential customers. The quoting tool is pretty straightforward. That's something that we can arrange to go through a quick training on it if needed as well. It's pretty intuitive. But one of the more important things on this is the order milestone tracking. Once you enter a customer quote into it and that customer has ordered service with Broadvoice, you will be able to go in there and track each step of the way as that order goes through the process. You can't really see it very well on this slide here, but where the little check marks are, you might be able to see, we received an LOA, we received all the paperwork, we had a kickoff call, sales engineer review, the port or LMP was initiated. Each step of the way, one of those boxes will get checked, and there will be an email communication to the customer as well as the partner to make sure everybody's on the same page and nothing is missed during the course of implementation of the order. Broadvoice has several products that we offer in our product suite. Of course, the hosted voice services being the cloud PBX, unified communications. So basically, we offer what we call Broadvoice Communicator, which you can have your chat functions, your presence, You can share files between each other. You can click to dial, etc. We also have the soft phone and the cell phone app that comes with it to offer extended unified communications on there. We've got the contact center, inbound, outbound, that can be used in our products, network and security, like I had mentioned earlier, with the virtual MPS, managed firewall, cybersecurity, and 4G failover. We also offer SIP trunking for those customers who are buying a system that they just want to have the SIP trunking flow into that system. And we do also offer nationwide IP that we can get quoted and implemented through Broadvoice. Our Cloud PBX product is pretty feature-rich. The advantages listed here, extremely scalable. You can add or delete users at any time. If you've got another location, it's very easy to turn up. Customizable, we tailor these solutions individually for businesses. One of the best things about Broadvoice is that we're extremely nimble as a company and flexible when it comes to customizing solutions for customers. A lot of the competition out there will basically just say, here's your extension, here's what it comes with, and here's your price. We're more of an a la carte type provider, so we can give different features dependent on what the customer wants or needs that's going to suit them. It doesn't have to be a one-size-fits-all situation. When a customer is going from a premise-based system a lot of times to a Cloud PBX, it's very extremely cost-effective for them. You don't have the CapEx that you're putting out there compared to having to buy $20, $30, $50, $100 phones, or $100,000 phone system. So it could be very lucrative. The leading phone for Broadvoice at this point in time is Polycom. So we do carry the 3, 4, 5, and 600 series phones for Polycom that the customer could either rent or lease on a 1-year, 2-year, 3-year program, or the customer could also purchase the phones through VoIP Supply. Some of the standard features that we provide with our seat or extension are listed here. The most important ones really to the customer day in and day out are the Find Me, Follow Me, music on hold for those who have auto attend, having that soft phone on their computer, voicemail to email, cell phone integration. We've got the apps for Android and for iPhone. Unlimited hunt groups. We don't charge additional for hunt groups like a lot of companies do out there. We've got call queuing, call analytics, of course, unlimited seats. We do have a metered seat as well if a customer out there is just not doing much calling. And, of course, we've got the portal that the customer can go into to make all their ads, moves, changes. They can pull call reports, check their billing, add, delete hunt groups, anything that you can think of that a customer would need to do as far as customizing their phone system. They can do through the portal, and all of the changes take effect in about 30 seconds once you make that change. We've also got the premium features, auto attendant, the traditional and virtual fax. We offer both for the customer. A lot of customers, even though the virtual fax is available, they prefer the traditional fax. Using the fax machine is something they're used to, so we offer that. We send out a fax adapter with that, which is actually has to come from Broadvoice. It cannot be one the customer buys or is supplied from another provider, because we have to do some programming in that fax adapter to make sure that it's following the proper routes. We have call recording, monitor whisper barge for call center type situations. We do offer conference bridges, voicemail to email transcription. We have that available as a premium feature. Customers are wanting this more and more, where basically somebody leaves them a voicemail, they get it in their email as a text. We do have something that other providers, I've looked around, I just haven't seen it offered. We've got unlimited calling at a global unlimited extension to 75 countries at a very lucrative price. So that's something that if you've got a customer that does a lot of international calling, I would say that that would be one of the solutions you definitely need to look at. And again, unified communications being a premium feature as well. And again, we've talked already about what our unified communications platform offers. Again, the presence, conference calling, sharing files. If you can do video calls between users on the platform as well. A little deeper information on our mobile app. And basically, it's like having your desk phone with you on your cell phone. You know, that's the best way to describe it. Everything that you can do on your desk phone, you can do with our mobile app as well. Again, talking more about our online dashboard, which is the portal for the customer. You can get in there, again, do all your add moves, changes. You can have it either a main administrator on that portal, and then users underneath. And each individual user would only be able to get into their user account for their extension, so that the administrator, if something need to be, you know, some type of overall change, they would have their own username and password to get in there and make an overall change for the company. SIP trunking, we offer SIP trunking as well. We can hand off our SIP trunks as either native SIP, PRI, or analog. So if you've got a customer with a phone system that does not accept native SIP, it's an older phone system, then we can send out an EdgeMark router with PRI signaling in it if they're coming off of just a regular traditional TDM PRI and hand it off. You don't have to do anything to the phone system. The customer doesn't have to get new equipment, but yet you've got the start of getting SIP services into that customer at a much more attractive price than a traditional PRI. We can also, if the customer's got analog phone system, we can send out an analog IAD or integrated access device, which will hand off our SIP to the customer as analog lines. We've also got automatic fail-safe and forwarding on our SIP for those customers who are worried about, you know, what if my internet goes down? We can actually fail over that trunk to either a phone number, an analog phone number, to a cell phone, or basically we could set up a voicemail within our cloud system actually as well, and have it fail over to a voicemail until the internet is back up and running. These are some of our larger customers that we have across the country. Basically, when you're talking about Broadvoice, we can handle a customer anywhere from 1 or 2 extensions up to, you know, 1,000 extensions, or one location up to, you know, 1,500 locations. Currently, you know, one of the partners I work with is working on a 784 location customer right now. So we are, you know, basically a go-to in just about any situation, and we're flexible enough to be able to fit into what the customer needs, whether they're small business, medium business, or enterprise business. And that was just a quick overview. And of course, as we move forward, you know, with the relationship, I'm available for one-on-one calls, one-on-one trainings, just to help to get things moving along with all the VoIP supply partners.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it very much, Mike. You know, the next steps here, you know, to complete a partner program agreement and paperwork, that stuff will be available online, but we'll also do it via follow-up, because we'll follow up with you at the end of this so that you can sign up to become a partner, and we'll help you continue down that path. And if we need to also engage Mike again, like you said, on some one-on-one trainings or things to really familiarize and get a little deeper dive in any features that you want to bring to your clients, we'll be happy to help you with all that. So, and we'll help you onboard. So as we reach out to you after this webinar, we'd love to keep you moving forward and partner with you to bring solutions to your end clients. So we'll be doing marketing collateral as well. And again, that link right there for the partner portal is here, so you can go out there and begin today. All right, thank you all very much, folks. I appreciate it. This concludes the webinar for today. We'll talk to you all very soon.